Hey guys, it's Nicholas here from upgradeToLife.com and welcome to this week's quote of the week video. Now in this video I want to talk about signs, and this quote basically is about signs because I still get a lot of questions such as, oh, like, is this a sign that I'm on the right way, or is this number a sign, is this color a sign, is there any sign basically that I'm doing it right, that my goal will be attained, that I'm on the right track? And that's why I want to share this quote with you. So Neville said, "Signs follow, they do not precede. Because of your belief in external things, you think power into them by transferring the power that you are to the external thing. Realize you yourself are the power you've mistakenly given to outer conditions." So in the first part, basically, he says that signs follow, they do not precede. Meaning, unless you shift into your desired internal state, unless you shift your self-conception, unless you make this internal shift, right, which Neville's teachings, obviously, I speak a lot about this, all about, then you won't see any like signs. So if you are, let's say, like you are in a state of lack, but your goal is to have more financial resources, but you're deep down in a state of lack and being broke, and it's hard to attain money and it's difficult, and you are in this lackful kind of like money state, but then you see, I don't know, like you find a cent on the ground. Let's say you find a cent on the ground and be like, oh, like that's a sign from the universe out there that I'm on the right track. That is BS, guys, and please stop doing that shit, because that will lead you nowhere and you will get crazy. You will always look like, or you see a certain number, a certain sign on a store saying like money or some letters, and you'd be like, oh yeah, that is a sign that I'm on the right track. It's not, okay? It's not that there is like an external power giving you signs that you are on the right way. If you believe that, go for it, but that's not what this is about, and that's not what you should focus on, and that's actually not how it works, right? However, signs follow, meaning Neville, I'm really sure that Neville did not mean signs where you magically see certain stuff. I think that's not the signs what Neville meant. Neville meant signs in terms of changes, in terms of you will see that, yeah, of course, people like show up differently, people see me differently, I encounter different circumstances, my reality mirrors back to me different circumstances and conditions because you have shifted. So the signs of what you're doing within yourself, they follow in terms of what is being reflected back to you from your life circumstances, but they don't precede. So if you're still in the old state and then you find something, then this is not a sign that you are on the right track. It's just not. And if you do believe so, then you believe in this piece of metal, in this piece of, I don't know which material actually this is, but you believe in that and you think that's the sign, but it's not. Okay, so the changes of your life, they only follow if you change, first of all, internally, right? And because of your belief in external things, you think power into them by transferring the power that you are to the external thing. Meaning the external thing on its own has absolutely no power at all. So there can be the number 111, or there can be a green logo, or there can be, I don't know, like a cent or money on the ground, but this does not mean anything, right? It has no power on its own. So it is only your power that you give that when you say, yeah, like only when I see signs, I'm on the right track. But you just give your power away, basically. You just created those false gods that you believe in, and that's not what we are supposed to do. So realize that you yourself are the power you have mistakenly given to the outer conditions, right? The outer conditions have no power, right? Even if a person, like if the doctor tells you, oh, you need like 3 years to heal, or this looks bad, and blah, 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 all of this, or with business advice or with relationship advice. I don't know, I don't care what it is, but if you believe in that outer condition, because it's right now this and that, and people tell you, oh, this is hard to fix, this is difficult, then you just give your power away to what's been said outside. And you just limit yourself again, and you don't realize that those are facts. But the facts are not what is the truth, which is within yourself. And the facts are always changing, always coming and going, always molding itself around who you are, what you believe to be true, your assumptions, right? don't get crazy on that, right? Make it simple, make it easy, and really ask yourself, what do you really want? And don't do all this hype stuff and woo-woo stuff out there. But the main premise of this video, and like the main goal that I wanted to bring across here in this video, is that you don't have to look for signs, right? When you shift it into your internal state, you will not even ask the question, do I need, like, what are the signs? Is this a sign? Is that a sign? You will actually stop looking for signs because you don't need them, right? If you focus on your state, if you shift into the state of the wish fulfilled, the circumstances have to change, and you don't need any signs, because your sign is that you see that, yeah, like, obviously because of your state you have different reactions, you have different thoughts, you have different results in your life, and those are basically the signs. But it's not that they're like little gimmicks here and there that you can watch out for. So I advise everyone to stop doing that. That's not what is showing you anything, right? Still, again, you are the power, you. And by you, I'm not speaking to the person that is sitting in front of the laptop or the computer right now. Right? I'm speaking of the you, the real you, the awareness which is aware of your experience right now, the consciousness, right, that is ever present behind you. While we speak, that which is aware of your experience that you have right now and looking at your screen, right? This power within you, the I am, that is the real power. I have a great video, in my opinion, called Techniques Are Not the Cause. What is the real cause? And I will link this above right now. You can check it out. So that was a topic that I wanted to touch base on, but because I haven't talked about that on the channel so much. Again, signs follow, they do not precede. If you see something, like, if you think it's good, okay, declare, yeah, it's good, awesome, I'm on the right track, but don't put any meaning to that, any judgment, any story. Don't create any stories around that, because again, there is no external universe, there is no external God, there is no external power that can give you signs. This is not true, and you will discover this truth if you like apply Neville's teachings. If you are in the journey of learning more about Neville's teachings, then this will make sense to you, and you will know that this is the truth. So don't give your power away to those external circumstances, any sayings that are out there, or any concepts that you believe are so true and so real. Rather realize that you yourself are the power that you gave away to the outer conditions, and how you can stop doing that, right? And realize that you are the power. So that's it for this week's video, right? If you want to know more, check out the 2 links in the video description, where I talk about, first of all, my free masterclass, which is like the first link, and the second link is my program, if you decide to work with me and take things to the next level. Thank you really much, guys, for watching. I speak to you in next week's quote. Bye, guys.